See, New York, they tried this shit break.
Nah,
now,
there's no
on,
comparison.
Man.
Fat Joe's a legend, but come on now. Ice Cube is...
He ain't no Cube.
Yeah, it was so good to see Cube up there. So good to see Cube up there, man. You know, let me ask you, where does Ice Cube stand in your rankings as a representative of not only West Coast hip hop, but as hip hop period? Where does he stand in your eyes?
You know, personally, and I can only speak personally, and here's something that's I've said this before, and I've got into major arguments and major debates. But I look at guys, I check out guys' merits based on their individual efforts, not what they get paid for doing or what they were a part of, but what they initiated and made happen themselves. And Cube is number one for me. I know Drake can burn him up in money. Snoop is everywhere. But when it comes down to using his own initiative and his own talent and brain to make things happen, I got to give it to Cube, man. Simply because one, this dude has showed more heart than a lot of guys. You know, he left Death Row not because he was scared. I mean, not the Death Row, but left Ruthless, not because he was scared, because he said, you know what, this ain't right. I'm gonna do something else. When they was at their heyday, they were at their height. He stepped off and became a solo artist. Went to New York, got with some more folks, and became a superstar in his own right. Then got into the movie Boys in the Hood. Like, you know what? This ain't too bad. I'm gonna try this on my own. And did a couple. Next thing you know, he got 3 or 4 franchises. And next thing you know, you're like, you know what? All these basketball players in their early 30s that still got skills, but just too old for the NBA. Let me try and put something together for them. And the fact that the NBA did their best to try and shut him down, lets me know that he brought some heat to him. Anytime a corporation that big won't let you have arenas, try to interfere with your sponsorships, let you know that you got them scared. And again, why do we think about that? Because you don't think like that. Why, and that's the part that I hate when somebody catch you slipping, all of a sudden now you want to hate on him because you slipped. He was thinking. And because he's a thinker and he uses his brain and he creates different situations and he's still relevant in the game. And he's still relevant. I got a new project out right now called I'm gonna do this. Hold on, I'm gonna take this call. Hold on. Yo, E, I'm on my podcast. What's up with you, man?
We can't hear him if he's talking.
Oh, hold on. No. I'm gonna put you. Come on now. Holler at me for a second, Doc. Holler at me. Can you hear him now?
Let him know we live.
Can you hear him, Dustin?
No, can't hear him at all. Say something, E.
You called me. I didn't call you.
But
he called me, and man, he on my podcast. Can you hear me?
Well, I had something to ask you, but I'll hold up on it because it's on something we already talked about. But man, just dope to be on your podcast. Let me just start off saying that, man. And you know how much we care about you over at Boss Talk 101. So let me go and get in the character.
Boss Talk 101. Boss Talk. Oh shit, what's up, man?
What a boss!
Got a legend in the building. Podcast legend. What's up, man?
It don't stop. That's what's up. It don't stop.
Now, normally I wouldn't take a call while I'm doing the podcast, but I saw he called me twice back to back. I gotta give him a little plug, show him some love, find out what he wants because he ain't called me for no reason.
No. I just called you about the app and just basically when you get off, call me. Okay. Or no, it probably do it tomorrow. Okay. I had my assistant on the phone and we was gonna get at you about your whole situation where you created your app for all your subscribers and all the people that follow your channel. You got a network type situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Roku, Fire Stick, Amazon, everybody.
Yeah. So we're gonna get at you about that, man. Just dope, man. So what is y'all doing over there on that podcast? What's the subject today so I can go in on it right quick?
We were just talking about something in the West Coast. And I was telling him that I know Dre got more money than Cube and Snoop is he's more visible, but when it comes down to it, Cube is probably my number one mogul on the West Coast because he's created so much stuff on his own. And like I said, Dre got more money. Snoop is more of a spokesperson. When it comes to a man that uses his brain and generates his own money, you know, I'm a Cube fan when it comes to that. And
yeah, but at the end of the day, you got to understand, man, once you get to a certain level when it comes down to finances, that money is nothing compared to relationship building. So there's ways that when you move around with relationships, you know, money can't even equate to that. So I think Cube is more because of the way he built his whole legacy. It's a whole different ball game because of the doors that he get through because of what he's done with his talent. So you know, I think that's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean?
I totally agree. I totally agree. We're talking about him performing at the World Series the other day, compared it to him and Fat Joe, and there was no comparison.
No, there ain't no comparison, man. Like I said, Cube is a different type of animal when it comes down to the way that he built his whole legacy. So you got to realize from where he come from, he started off, you know, unlike nobody else on his when it comes to being a boss, when it comes to being one that steps out on faith and does his own thing. He stepped out earlier than everybody when it came to N.W.A. and did his own thing. So at the end of the day, that I think that put him ahead of everybody when it come down to the way that his building blocks was set, you know. So you can't compare Cube to nobody really when it come down to that, because he stepped out when everybody else was looking for labels to join, and he wanted to, you know, he was different, man. So yeah, y'all, all y'all boys out there, you know, y'all working out there, man. Y'all got to with high ass bills y'all got out there.
Come on, man. It's high as hell living out here, boy. What you working on these days, E?
Man, we have a lot of different people that's been on the show, man. We deal with a lot of different things. I'm dealing with a lot of the Tubi world because there are independent films going on, and they don't have a base where they can have an outlet to talk about these films. So I think that those films, as they grow, they're going to start to be pinnacle, you know, and the independent grind is different. Like I just said, you started on it early, but a lot of our young filmmakers, a lot of our young actors are independently doing their films now, and they're getting, you know, cameras every day is getting cheaper. And these guys are utilizing, we got a lot of talent. We just got to find a way with people like you and myself to be able to get these guys, you know, get the light shine on these different film directors, the young black film directors, the young black actors, even T.I. and them. They got Apartments. They got part 2 coming out. They working on down there in Atlanta. I talked to K-Dub the other day. So a lot of these independent filmmakers, man, we just got to get behind them as media bases and help push that whole movement, because they're trying to do it, and they're doing it in a different way that hadn't been done before.
When you come back to LA?
I'm trying to make it up there pretty quick. I got a couple of people that have been calling and reaching out. You know, I got to come see you. So at the end of the day, I think it'll be by the top of the year for sure, by February, if not before then.
All right, man. I ain't gonna hold you, Doc. I'm glad you called me, Doc. I'm glad to hear.
Got to get you on, Boss Talk. We got to get Boss Talk on, man. And shout out to the Unique Hustle movement, doing big things over there. I've been a supporter for a very long time, man. It's just really exciting to have you on the call.
Man, hey, man, thank you, man. Like I said, and we love y'all on the West Coast. You know, we down here in the dirty South, but we love y'all, man. And that's why ever since I started this movement with Boss Talk, we hit the West Coast first, and then we went to the East Coast, and we went to the Midwest, and we just been, you know, pushing that love and agenda for our black culture too, because like I said, that's a whole podcast game gave us a whole nother lane where we could help inject truth in our people.
All right.
Much love, man.
We'll holler later.
Boss Talk Podcast on Instagram. Boss Talk Podcast on Instagram 101. Boss Talk Podcast 101. Check them out.
We got you.
Where the bosses talk, man. Holler at your boy. It's a unique hustle.
You got it. Much love.
100.
All right, peace.
Much love.
I recognized his voice before you even said his name, Lonzo. That's crazy, man. Yeah, shout out to Boss Talk 101, man. They're definitely doing a big thing, man. That would be a great cross collaboration. You and him together, forget about it.
Yeah, we talking about doing some things right now, man. I told him about my channel, and he's very interested. That's what he's calling for. He just happened to catch me when I ain't supposed to be on the air, but I am anyway. That's how we do it, you know.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, well, let's keep talking about